Good morning, everybody. I am a little bit early today because I'm going to venture out into public. Not looking forward to it. I'm a little skeeved out by it. But you read the news this morning that like 1,800 people have been tested in our county, and only I think under 200 of those people have been found positive. So still seems like we're behind the curve right now as far as community spread and things. So I am going to jump out and stock up on things we need in the grocery store, albeit practicing extreme social distancing and sanitizing techniques. So, whatever. If you think I'm going too far with it, hey, I'll do what I can do. Um, but yesterday ended up pretty good. So after our session yesterday in the afternoon, I took the boys outside. We picked up sticks in the yard and did a little bonfire. Marshmallows. I need to put marshmallows on my list. Oh boy. See, I'm glad I'm talking to you guys. Um, so we did a little bonfire and burned sticks and whatever. They had fun with it. And after that it was just dinner and they did their Fortnite thing, and Lynn and I watched the coronavirus town hall, which, man, I'll tell you, if you sit and watch any of that for too long, you can really start to go down a bad road. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. This is the last day of the week. It's Friday, and this is the day. We've been talking all week about healthy things we can do for ourselves, diet and all that stuff. So the last thing I have here is feeding our mind. So, what do we put into our heads? And a lot of times we get caught up, and even me, leaving the news on in the background, and you hear the same thing over and over again, and it's all doomsday stuff. So, how does that not negatively impact us? So, my stance that I take, I wasn't taking it last week because I just wanted as much information as possible until, again, like towards the end of last week. But the stance that I've taken this week is, I jump in, listen to the important stuff, get what I need to know, get out and go on with my day, and don't overdo it. And I became very aware of when I wasn't able to manage it. Like when I would turn something on and I would start to feel that anxiety, well, then I would just turn it off, right? So I'm managing it much more strictly than I was last week, and doing it in very much the same way that I used to do it before all of this started. Really, for me, the news was something like I would stay away from. I would kind of just take a quick look at the headlines, but for the most part, would never dive deep into anything because there's really nothing I could do about it. If I wanted to do something, if I wanted to be an advocate, I could do that. But if I wasn't going to do that, then there was no reason for me to even get into the detail and the arguing and the bickering about what's going on. So I manage that pretty strongly, pretty strictly. What I do is focus on educating myself, and that's where I want to go today. Before I get there, I want to say hi. I see Carrie on there. Good morning, Carrie. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. So what I'm doing, and these are books that it's funny because I haven't purchased any books since this all started. Not I just have a backlog of books because again, Dare to Lead's been taking me a while to digest. So I've had a backlog that's kind of been building up on me. In the meantime, I keep going out and buying them, and I'm not able to read them yet. So, but these are the ones I'm looking at right now. This is my lineup coming up after I finish this book. So, I have Daring Greatly from Brene Brown. So I'll be reading that one. I'm probably going to take a break from Brene for a little while. I have Unblank Yourself. Get out of your head and into your life. Maybe a really good one right now. I don't know. We'll see. I just seen good reviews of it. Everything is Blanked. You noticing a theme here? This is Mark Manson. In fact, I think from what I understand, this is a great book to read right now. I'll let you know. He also he wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Blank, which I read a couple times. If anybody that's been following me for a while, I read it twice in 1 year, once before I started some major changes and once after. And it was a really good book. Really, really positive influence, even if you don't like the language. Uh, the One Thing, and this is The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results. I've read good reviews of this book. Looking forward to reading this one. And then I started getting into like brain hacking, like that type of topic. So these are two books that I picked up from Amazon. What Makes Your Brain Happy and Why You Should Do the Opposite. So interesting, right? And then the last one is My Plastic Brain: One Woman's Year-Long Journey to Discover If Science Can Improve Her Mind. So that's my lineup of books that I plan on reading over the next couple of weeks. And I'm actually really excited. And I'm actually more excited now that I just read you all the titles because I really want to get into some of these. Um, but so I do that. So I do it in the morning, and I've been taking up some time in the afternoon to read also. My boys have been scheduling times for themselves to read. One of them's reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The other one's into the Harry Potter books now. And I think I'm going to try to coordinate with them so that the three of us can read together. The other thing I do is listen to podcasts, and I've strayed away from the news podcasts because again, I can't hear any more coronavirus news. So I'm shifting back over to the business topics, the motivational topics, that sort of thing. It's just right now I'm kind of taking a diet from coronavirus news and heading back over toward the stuff that again that I can control. Right, I'm in my house. I'm not going out anywhere except today to get a couple of groceries. But just not looking forward to any more news about that unless it's impacting me directly somehow. So, the business news as far as SBA loans and grants and payroll, grants, that's the stuff I'm looking at, paying attention to that, but not so much the world is ending type news. And yeah, yeah. So on the shopping list, as we were kind of getting into it, we started thinking about fun things we could do with the boys. You know, growing up in an Italian family, I ate pasta constantly and don't really make a whole lot of pasta and don't like to go to Italian restaurants because I'm over it, right? But my boys have never had lasagna. I feel like I had lasagna 8 days a week. So one of the things I'm picking up today are lasagna noodles and ricotta cheese and all the stuff you would put in lasagna because my son was talking to one of his friends on Fortnite, and his friend's talking about having lasagna the other night, and Nicholas was like, "What's that?" I'm a terrible Italian, so we're gonna make lasagna, and I might even talk to my wife about making wedding soup. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might have to start like pulling together some recipes, some fun things to do around the house. So I'm gonna pick up some marshmallows so we can do s'mores later this week. I think Sunday it's gonna be like 71, so we might do s'mores on Sunday. And we're gonna make lasagna. I already have the ingredients to make homemade pizza. So we're trying to do a couple of more fun, creative things. With some food around the house. So looking forward to that. But I hope all you are doing well. Remember to monitor what is going in here. Don't let your mindset get dragged down by too much negative news. Remember to focus on the things that you can control. I saw briefly that our cases are still low in my county, and that even the people that think they have it proportionately don't. So I am going to run out and stock up for another week or two's worth of food so I can minimize my exposure. And that's it. And then that'll be it for the news. I might watch Andrew Cuomo because that dude's pretty cool. I might watch him later today, but aside from that, I'm taking care of what I got to take care of. I hope you guys are all doing the same, and I'll catch you back here again tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye.